Lori Gage at Marine World when it was in the Bay Area, and she told me about Moorpark College, which is a animal teaching zoo on grounds in Ventura County that you can get a 2-year degree. And so I said, okay, well, I'll go there and I'll see where I kind of lead from that point. So I've always wanted to be in the animal world. I mean, since I was yay big. Yeah, definitely.
So my next question would be, what was your favorite and least favorite class and why?
I loved school in general. School was one of my favorite things. I just had really bad test anxiety. So all my classes were fun. I didn't really like geography. That was a horrible one. So when I have to talk about things about here at the park, about where things are geographically, I'm very honest and I say I'm not very good at geography, but in Africa I'm very broad, I'm very general, and so I give people the opportunity to go do their own research as far as that goes. But I learned that some teachers are really good and we're able to say, okay, you're tutoring this person in chemistry, but you're getting really poor grades, so our poor test on your score. So he was able to give me oral exams, and I was able to do well with that. So I would say there was no total disfavorite except geography. Didn't like geography. Yeah.
All right. And aside from normal zoology studies, do you recommend other classes like nutrient or behavior?
I would say behaviorist. I would say psychology is actually really good as well too. Zoology, biology. The reason I say psychology is because of the type of training that we do. It's all based on operant conditioning training, which is what people that you work with autistic children use the same thing as well too.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what are the requirements to obtain a zoology degree?
That's a really good question. I actually have a weird background. I have a business degree in marketing, and I have a associate's in science, and then I have the degree from Moorpark, which is an exotic animal training and management degree. So I don't actually have a zoology degree, but I would say your more science-based, mathematical is going to get you in the right realm.
And once you're done with your bachelor's, do you need a master's or any special licensing job? If needed, one master's, what kind?
It's funny, you don't, but I'm going to tell you, the more you have on your resume, the better you're going to look. And the reason I say that is because it's a very small world, the animal world, and the more experience, the more education you have, the better your odds are going to be to get in the animal industry, especially as an animal trainer. Keepers are pretty, it's just a small world. Animal industry, I mean, a lot of people know everybody, even across the world. So it's a really small industry. So the more you can get, and as far as what degrees, again, you're going to emphasize on biology, zoology, animal behavior. Nutrition is fine too. Veterinary technician. I mean, I have a lot of medical background, so that gives me a little bit of an in on other aspects as well too.
And what is a typical day like, if there is such a thing?
That's funny. A typical day, we first come in the morning, check our animals, make sure that they're all alive and healthy, all is well. Then we clean and give breakfast. Then we meet and we create our schedule. And our schedule is like a puzzle. It literally, we have certain requirements of things we have to do. Like, for example, what you just saw here was the animal encounter. We have special areas that we have to go to, but then we have other things like people pay extra money just to see a cheetah. So we took a cheetah this morning somewhere else. And then we have cheetah run. Then we have all these training sessions that have to happen. Or for example, if we have a medical procedure, that's in there as well. It's like Jenga. It literally kind of puts it together. And then we do all this, we take a lunch break somewhere in there, and then at the end of the day, we feed everybody out, make sure everybody's healthy, and then we go home.
How flexible is your job? Do you ever work weekends? Are you on call at any time? Do you ever need to travel?
We typically work 5 days a week. Only supervisor managers typically have true weekend, Saturday, Sundays off. Everybody works either some sort of Friday or Friday, Saturday is their day off, and then they work Sunday, Monday. So the senior staff, like I have Sunday, Mondays off. Some people have Friday, Saturdays, but a lot of people have Monday, Tuesday off, and those are the less senior people. Traveling, yes, we have traveled for, we've gone to New York, Arizona, Las Vegas, lots of different places to do public relations. We've driven up all the way to LA, so lots of different places. Yeah.
And so what is your favorite and least favorite animal to work with, and why?
I hate that question. Because honestly, it really depends on the day. I love the warthog. He's probably one of my favorite animals, just because they're smart, they're challenging, but I also, on a day I'm not feeling great, I don't want to work the warthog because I'm not on it, you know what I mean? And as animal trainers, you have to be on task, and if you're not feeling great, you got to be honest with your coworkers and say, you know what, I'm not in the mood to work this animal. I just physically am not there. Animals that I don't really like, honestly, I am not a reptile person. I love what they're so important for nature, but they're not my favorite animal. I mean, I work with a very large snake who's 12 feet long. But not my favorite. I love him, but not my favorite. So I would say reptiles are my least favorite. Yeah.
And what would you say was your most hectic day at work?
When a fire evacuation happens. We have to evacuate animals. We've had to do it twice since I've worked here. So that's pretty crazy, because the good thing is we can do it really fast because we have, they tell us as humans to have an evacuation plan. Well, we have an evacuation plan as well for our animals. Certain people do certain things, and you have a driveway that you go through. Animals get packed in. We take them all over to the hospital. So I would say that's probably one of the most hectic days. Or short-staffed days. Those are never fun either. But yeah.
And when you first got in, were you ever scared, or did you ever think you couldn't do this?
No. I think I always tell people that when I get that question, do animals bite and are you scared? Yes, they bite, because just humans bite. You just got to train them not to. You got to tell them it's not okay. But it's a healthy respect for the animal. You know the capacity of an animal, and you have to know how to set them up for success. So I can't ever say I've been truly ever scared. I have been like, oh, this animal's not having a good day, so I have to watch myself, but I can't say that I'm scared. My husband does not like it when I work the hyenas, because they have a jaw pressure of about 900 pounds per square inch of pressure. But I laugh at him because he used to work elephants. And I'm like,
your husband's a trainer too?
He was. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he used to work elephants at the zoo. He used to work elephants and camels. Oh, nice. So, and they could kill you. I mean, let's be honest with you. So, I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
And for my last question, what advice would you give someone who is interested in pursuing this career path?
Persistence, education, experience, and sometimes you got to work for free. Understand that this job is a job of passion, not a job of financial gain. And understand that you're going to work a lot of holidays. And understand that you're putting yourself in a situation that your family's going to have to understand that you chose your career because you wanted to do it, and we're open 365 days a year. So I think those are the things that I always tell people, because you do have to work really hard to get where we're at, and you just so I'm gonna have to break away. Okay. But yes, that's pretty much what I would say. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry to break away, but I gotta go get back to the thing. But I'll see you guys at